good, strong, even start by Caius and Pembroke. Not as much white water flying as we saw in the women's race just a short while ago. And Caius went off at 43 against Pembroke at 42. Now as the crews get stuck into their race pace, there goes the white water, the blades failing to clear the tops of the waves on the recovery, and it really is going to be a technical race as well as a powerful race here, because through this choppy water, technical proficiency as much as power has so much of a part to play in maintaining boat speed. But that high rate for Caius as well as the power, they've settled down now to 39, and we won't see them maintaining that stroke rate throughout the race, but Pembroke are now just under half a length down as we move down the steward's enclosure, the area on our right that is normally full of white tents and crowds of people come the Royal Regatta in the first week in July. Well, all credit to Pembroke. They haven't let Caius off the hook. They've maintained the strong, even pressure, and Caius, who might thought that they were going to get away with an early and convincing lead, that's proving not to be the case. So Caius for Cambridge on the Berkshire side are now at 36 strokes a minute, Pembroke at 37, and Pembroke appear to be coming back. So there's still about half a length in it. Little glance across from the Caius men to see Pembroke right on their tail. And it's about this stretch of the course. We've passed the bottom end of what is normally the regatta enclosure in Henley week, and it's at this point that the crews settle down into the pace that they're going to maintain over the 1,500 metres, the majority of this 1750 course for the intercollegiate men's race. Past this picturesque little wooden bridge and the towpath, that's such a feature of this Henley course, and once again Pembroke really pushing on very hard indeed. Now I wonder if they'll get a little bit of a boost from the small knot of Oxford supporters at Upper Thames now, because this is going to be a lot closer race if the portents run true than the women's race we saw just a short while ago. And I've now got Caius now down again. They've dropped their rates to 34 strokes a minute, and the conditions easy. The popple on the surface of the river, nothing like as strong as it was up there at the start. And once again, it's Pembroke going for a massive push, really winding it up now, and there can't be much more than a canvas in it as we approach the bottom end of Fawley Meadows here. Another bit of a push from the men in pink now to try and draw level with Caius. Oh, what a great race this is developing into for the intercollegiates. Claire raises her flag to indicate to Caius that they need to get back on station and steer over back towards the towpath, but in fact it's Pembroke who respond. Pembroke with the inside of this slight kink halfway down the course, around the Fawley bend here, and now they can see the finish clearly in sight, but they've still got half the course to maintain. Caius begin to dig deep. They've got much neater blade work, I would suggest, than Pembroke, but Pembroke can match that with power now, and if anything, I think Pembroke have got the slight lead here, and once again, Caius are warned to get back on station. There's still about 6 feet between the blade tips, but that is getting narrower all the time. Oh, this is a great race here, and once again, the crews are warned, and the blade tips now about 3 feet apart, but now they've split again, and we're halfway down the farm meadow now, passing the picturesque Fawley Court over on the Buck Station, the stately home that's been a feature of the Henley course since its construction in the 17th century. But the crews here, little time for the landmarks. What they care about is reaching the finish first, and Pembroke round, they've got a lead and are beginning to move. So that advantage for the Cambridge crew has not only been destroyed, now they're finding themselves down. And once again, the blade tips drift perilously close to each other. And once again, Pembroke go for another massive push. Beginning to build again. They're at 36 strokes a minute, and Caius beginning to falter. That psychological disadvantage of being down, knowing that the opposition are moving away. And I suspect that the power and the energy levels in the Caius crew now beginning to drop. Caius at 33 strokes a minute. Both crews being told to move apart because the bow side puddles of the Pembroke crew now beginning to wash down Caius. Once again they are warned as we come within just a couple of 100 metres or so of the finish. Pembroke being warned yet again they move over, and a serious risk now of interfering with Caius. Will they get back just into the last few strokes? And there's just under a length in it as we move down towards the finish. The finish line flag is up at any minute now. There it goes, and again for Caius. So unofficially about one length, but plenty of drama there inside the last 200 metres, and we're going to have to wait for an official verdict from the umpire for the distance and indeed the time.